Hello everyone and welcome back to the Battlefield. Siege Ryan here, and we have another Pauper video for you today. It is Weenie Wednesday, which means we're playing some White Weenie in a Pauper League. That's right, we're back on the league train now, and we're jamming to get credits and tickets. So in front of you is a pretty stock standard list, but it has a couple changes with the sideboard, and it has a lot more of a heavy anthem effect, which I'm kind of liking right now. So you don't have to probably talk too much behind the 12-1 drops, they're pretty stock standard. Probably the main change is this one great sort of tier. I am liking this great sort of tier right now because it's good against Jund and sometimes it's good against Terror as well. Sometimes this deck just hurts a little bit in that late game, so having something that can make these 12 drops a legit threat can be quite good. This list is interesting because it's running 5 Anthem effects, and so I am liking these summon Chocos, and we have ways to reset them in terms of the Core Skyfisher and Tarvel. So you can get some really stretched out Anthem effects, which is good. And I don't mind the 2 Guardians Pledges because it kind of freaks out your opponent a little bit if you have 3 untapped mana and they do the maths and you can have lethal sometimes. So it kind of checks them and makes them respect the Guardian's Pledge. So I still like running a couple of numbers of these. Outside that, the birds are pretty straightforward. And then over in the sideboard is where it is a little bit different. So it is running 1 relic. This is probably where the contentious stuff is, where it's running 1 relic, 4 Martyr of Sands, 2 Journeys, Destroy Evils, and a Hallow, which I really like. I need to pick up a playset of these cards because these are pretty good. Anyway, this Martyr of Sands is I'm a bit humming and hawing about it whether it's actually good in this build, because normally the Martyr of Sands is good if you're running the Squadron Hawk list. Still, if it's in your hand and you have 3-4 other white cards in your hand, you're going to be gaining like 12 life, 9 life, so it can still be good. The Holy Lights I'm kind of a little bit on the fence with as well. Normally I want to run a couple of Holy Lights, or I don't want to run none at all. And I feel like Elves is not as big right now. Like Spy combos around, sometimes people are playing like Spy combo Elves, but I still think either we should just be running a bit more or just none at all. And probably right now I'd say let's just not run any Holy Lights, but I'm still happy to try this list anyway. The Relic of Progenitus, I'm not always a fan of Relic of Progenitus in White Weenie builds. I do like Tormod's Crypt more because we are quite mana intensive. So when we want graveyard effects, we kind of want it then and there now. So like a Tormod's Crypt does that effect a bit more if you want that extra bit on top of the Thraben Charm. I really like this idea of Hallow, which is why I kind of wanted to try this list, because it is another Prismatic Strands in a way. And it stops like End of Festivities, and it stops, Breath Weapon and stuff like that. And it's a really good way to do that. So I'm keen to try out this Hallow. Outside of that, I love this little removal suite. Terra's still running amok, and also this all handles Wrath and Chrysalis. So I'm always happy to see a couple more answers in the sideboard. If you do enjoy these videos, please feel free to like and subscribe. It always helps out the channel and makes me feel better about making more of these weenie videos. All right, see you in the first round. All right, we're on the draw. This hand it's borderline, but again, we need the extra planes, then mulligan as well. This hand's good. I actually want to kind of bottom this Guardian's Pledge because we've got the Choco already, and we need more of a critical mass of creatures for that to be good. Okay, so they're playing monsters again. So a bit grosser when we're on the draw, which sucks, but that's okay. We're kind of screwed if we don't draw another land straight off the bat. If we draw, if they just play like a Purposer here, okay, that's probably good for us. So that means they're not getting rid of our land. What are they getting? Oh, this is this is that cool version. I think we're going to Thraben Charm the Utopias Brawl. Armadillo Cloak is normally the issue. So let's attack for 1 here. The Greatsword's not that good because they always have Hexproof. I'm just going to destroy Enchantment because they need white essentially for their Spirit Link effects. But this is probably an atrocious matchup because it's essentially Naya, and they run Wrath and Chrysalis. See, they hit their other enchantment spell. Okay. And they're naming, I believe it should be white, their name. Or it could be red actually. I'm just playing another Boggle. This is where Holy Lights can actually come in handy. So haven't played another Forest. They're attacking for 1. Okay, Battle Screech, that's interesting. Let's attack, and then we'll just play Core Skyfisher and replay the Inspector. And then hopefully we just draw another Plains. And then we can Battle Screech, Flashback Battle Screech, and then do Choco. I do kind of wish now that we had that Guardian's Pledge. But yeah, they're an 18. It's a bit iffy. It's good that their Armadillo Cloaks are now gone. That is a big plus for us. Ancestral Mask. That's fine. That card is also It doesn't give reach, does it? Yeah. I'm going to be really cheeky. Let's attack first and try and get in. Yeah, I didn't think they were going to block. Now, I think we still want to get rid of this abundant growth, to be honest. And that sounds crazy, but they don't have any other fixing. And they run a lot of white mana. So if they're just stuck on green, we're in a good place. Yeah, so they're just playing a lot of 1/1s. Here they come attacking. This great sword's atrocious. But, okay, that's good. Let's attack with the Core Skyfisher, and then we'll play a Battle Screech. And then they need a white source essentially to get anywhere. But hopefully, with everything we have and a Choco in play, we'll be in a good spot. They can play 1/1s, that's fine. Well, they literally just drew their 1/1s. This is how Boggles goes sometimes. Can't really attack. Yeah. Now, if we Choco here and attack with everything, I think we just do that. We could... Obviously didn't draw a white source either. So it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. So they have to block, but they can just block. Yeah, let's just play this creature out. And attack with everything. They have to block. I guess now that's... Oh, it's an enchantment? That's huge. No point attacking the Thread Inspector then. I did not think about that. It's all enchantments. Each other enchantment on the battlefield. I always thought it was just their enchantments. I mean, Rumble here can get them... Yeah, got them a plane, so they can get a Spirit Link, but I think it's too little too late now. If they have a Spirit Link, yeah. Okay. That will... I love this deck. I've played it before. I think it's great. The Thread Charm's obviously good. I do actually like the Holy Lights with the Rumbles, and they probably run some level of stuff that gets... It probably runs a level of... Like, this gets rid of the Rumble tokens, and it might run just some other X1s. So I don't hate Holy Light, because it's pretty... Like, Great Sword of Tears, pretty terrible. One of the Guardian's Pledges, Raven Charms, Prismatic Strands. I actually like Lunar Veterans, because they can come back. What's this weakest threat? It's probably Darvel, to be honest. Let me just see how we go. They might run some level of Scatter Shots or something like that. Probably end the Festivities. This hand's good. The fact that we can hit some auras. Play Lunar, play Rafine's Informant. We have a bit of a clock going. And also if we draw a Holy Light, we can actually handle some of their creatures as well. See, that's good. So we can play Lunar Veteran. So we maybe might be able to set something up. Yeah, let's attack for 1. They're obviously not going to block. Play Rafine's Informant. It's likely just going to get rid of a plane, so to be honest. What is your to this life gain trigger? Just get rid of planes. I maybe want a Holy Light next turn, yeah. Here it is. Here comes the... Okay, Rancor. That's pretty good. Ethereal Armor. That is also good. But it's not life gain. That's the crux of it. It is not life gain. We just take 5. Okay, our turn. Eagles is not great. I'm gonna... Trample's a bit annoying. But let's just attack with both. And we're likely just gonna destroy evil. One of their things. It's probably gonna just be this Ethereal Armor, to be honest. And can't do anything about that. Definitely cycling this Eagles on North Front, ideally Grange. Yes, Hexproof. Let's destroy this Ethereal Armor because it's a bit too good. Save us a bit of life, hopefully. Yeah, they're shooting Tamios. Okay. Yep, cranking him for 6. Gonna run more of the Tamios, probably. Yeah, let's just do this now. Get an ideally Grange. Can't do much about Tamio. There you go, there's a boggle. There's a boggle. Let's play the Grange. I want to survive the best I can, so let's put it on the Raffine's Informant. And let's play a Novice Inspector. Maybe I'm just taking the 6. Maybe we just get in. And then just pray they don't have a Tamio safekeeping, I guess. I think I'm gonna... We need them to basically brick. Okay, Utopia's roll's fine. What's this last card in their hand? Last card. Okay, Relic. Yeah, this is great for us. We just exile planes. We're definitely Thraben Charming this Ethereal Armor now. And we're Holy Lighting on our turn, 100%. So let's Thraben Charm, destroy Ethereal Armor. Bing goes Dynamite, and then we'll Holy Light on our turn. We've been very lucky with how this draw has worked out, to be honest. Yeah. Let's go land. Let's just Holy Light now, because they might just concede to this. Yep, goes back to your hand. We'll just play our one creature. We're very lucky that that happened that way. In for 5, and we've got a 3-turn clock. They got a Rancor. They need to draw a creature basically now or next turn. And they've got a couple draws to do it. Rumble's good. Rumble got a boggle, okay. But they can't get the cloak. Oh, I guess they could have picked it up, right? So this... Maybe it's even worth it just to grab the cloak and put it on the spawn, but hey. Maybe not. Okay. Well, I'd rather inform because it's just a bit more pizzazz here. Just discard Inspector. Let's just jam with everything. And then we have double draws just in case if they draw something else. You know, we have a bit of a life buffer as well. Like Mask doesn't kill us. That's pretty good. Draws a card. Gives trample. Like Armadillo Cloak just changes everything here. If they do hit one. Need to land though. I think they're just counting out the maths to see if they can survive. It's pretty hard for them to survive. And that's why I kept the Raffine's Informant instead of just playing the extra Thraben Inspector, so we just have all this extra power on board. Yeah. Very lucky there. Let's go into another one. Alright boys. We're on the play. Let's do this. This hand is a crime. Ooh, well, this. Oh, deck, please. Please, deck. Yeah, hopefully they mull so then we can actually have a fighting chance here. We'll have to go to... I mean, Raffine's Informant does let us filter. It's such a dog hand, though. We'll have to mull to 5 and just pray it's semi-doable. They mulled, which is good. So yeah, I feel a lot better for mulling here. So let's mull here. This hand is actually not too bad considering it's like a perfect 1-drop hand. So we're going to actually bottom the Raffine's Informant because we can play a couple. I'm not going to 4. The amount of games I've actually won to 4 is not very high. So I think this is better than nothing. And maybe we can be lucky. I think we dodge if we dodge a land for 2-3 turns, it's not the end of the world. Okay, they kept. Let's keep this. Let's just bottom this and we'll keep a veteran. We just do it like this, I think. And we'll still lead with the Thraben Inspector because Lunar Veteran is nice if we're playing against Rally, but an Inspector can still block, you know, a monkey or something like that. Alright, so we're going to land, play Inspector. And just hope it's nothing too grindy. If it's Jund or something like that, I think we're going to be in a bit dire straits here. Baron Moore can mean Mono Black Sack or Cycling. Okay. Let's just get the Lunark down. Attack for 1. I don't really care for playing this Starvel too early. If we draw planes next turn, I think we're semi in it. We got a 1-drop for the next 3 turns, which is nuts. But yeah, if it's a Cycle Storm, we're pretty done here. It is Cycle Storm, so we don't have a lot against them. Because even their cycling spell from memory is planes. No, that's not a planes. Let's attack. Their cycling card is essentially like a creature spell, so we'll Darvel, we'll Web, we'll just return Thread Inspector. It's the best way to get a clock going, you know, and we'll just pass. It is what it is, though. Yeah. Good old Dark Ritual, eh? Just cycling a crap ton, then passing to us, or they're gonna actually do the full combo here. I think they're just comboing. Are they really comboing on turn 3? I'll F6 and let them do their thing, but yeah. Okay, the writing's on the wall now, so we'll just concede here. Even if we had a better mull here, we weren't going to win the game. So Prismatic Strands doesn't really work with the strings unless they just do it on that turn before they can do anything. So anyway, we're bringing this 1 of Relic. Nothing else is really good. You could bring in Dust to Dust, but yeah, this is honestly just an atrocious matchup. We just keep everything. I think we just get rid of 1 Darvel. I mean, the Greatsword's not great. We're on the play. They do run a couple artifact lands. Maybe just bring these in. I think it's terrible regardless. And we just cut. Thread Charms are good. Prismatic Strands are good. Relics are good. Maybe we just bring in we just do something like that. Just keep it, we just have 3 Dust to Dust. If we're on the play, sometimes, you know, we might get something going here. This hand is too slow, has no interaction. Can't keep that. This hand is a little bit better because we have the Prismatic Strands, so I'll keep this in bottom of our Idyllic range, and then we can go Raffine's Informant, cycle the Strands, and be on our merry way. You're still in response to their combo, really. So they're mulliganing the 6, we'll keep this bottom of range. Alright, they're keeping. Just go land go. We'll keep that 1 range in our hand just in case we draw another planes. There it is, Great Furnace. Our deck just has no interaction for this stuff. So we are. I think we'll probably just play the Inspector. No, let's just play the Raffine's Informant. Let's be real here. They're just cycling here, looks like. Yep, the Caravid. And yeah, let's just get rid of the Strands. And if they do decide to go off, I mean, they do run Graveyard shenanigans as well, don't get me wrong. Alright, they're trying to find that land. So I guess that Dust to Dust is pretty crucial here. We just drew another planes. Let's go land. Let's play this and just crack it now. They're not drawing a black source is pretty relevant for us. Yeah, okay, that's good. So we still have Strands on our turn. If they do decide to combo off, we put the Grange on the Inspector. And dead in 2, so they do need to get something going. Alright, they got a Great Furnace. And then being on the play is a little bit more scary as well, to be honest. Okay. I'm gonna Strands here. I'm gonna name red. I think because if it's the black thing, that's just gonna make us lose life. So the reason we do this is because otherwise I can do stuff all in response. Pretty sure it's a full instant job. So let's just yield it until end step here. Okay, they just cycle through everything and they have this card right here. The Choco does make it a little bit hard, so we'll play this. And it's not, I mean, it is lethal, so they actually have to block it. So maybe we actually get to a game 3 here. We had Exacxes. They have to block that. And then, Yeah, let's just play the Thread Inspector. It's likely that they can just win the game, though. Alright. Because even with that card, they can't do too much else. But yeah, essentially this is how they win with the stringer. Yeah, they get that to play the next round. So we had to do it there, otherwise it could have potentially gone off at instant speed. So I actually do like these Dust, even though they could probably slow us down enough. Let's just cut this Battle Screech and run this. Run all the 1-drops, 2-drops. And then maybe we can catch them with a Dust or something like that. I'm going to mulligan quite heavily. I think we either need a Thraben Charm, and they mulligan as well. Okay, this hand's good. Let's just put back probably the Veteran, to be honest. The Veteran might be good with the cool Skyfisher. Let's put back the Choco. We definitely don't want to put any lands away. And we're going to be playing the Relic straight up. And always have it ready to go. So they can't just cycle end step, they'll lose it. Yeah, and we'll tap to just get rid of that land, even though, I mean, they can go off next turn, really. If they want to go off, they can go off. But on our turn, we're just going to play a Novice Inspector, the land. I mean, this takes the Dust. I mean, it's the only thing it can take, but like, it's obviously good against them here. Dust gets a lot worse now that if they know what it is. Okay, all right. Well, let's just target their graveyard again. Let's play an Inspector. And I want to keep up mana because they can go off. They probably have a way to get rid of this Relic. It's a little bit sad, but... And they probably have a way to, even if they do have a good hand, they can somehow set up the Inspector, the Song of the Dead to do a bit more. Okay, summon Choco. So let's take for 1. And then essentially, I'm actually just going to play the Core Skyfisher and then replay the land so we have a bit better of a clock here. Let's pick up the land, play the land. We just can't afford to do anything extra. This Relic needs to do what it needs to do. We just target that, get rid of that, hopefully. And don't blow the cycling yet. I mean, it really keeps us under the thumb though when you think about it. They could have multiple Song of the Dead. If they're playing the Lotus Petal, that tells me that they're trying to Song of the Dead now, and they try and get up from underneath that after, potentially. Okay, Thraben Charm. Look, that's good, but, you know, it's not really going to cut the mustard too much. Let's attack. And let's do the Relic first. And then we'll play the Lunark Veteran. A land will be an absolute house. That was so much better. Okay, they're just doing that now. And then they'll just get rid of whatever they want. They're probably just going to get another way to essentially combo off twice. The problem is they need a critical mass. That's why I'm playing this Lunark Veteran as well. So, so to destroy target artifact, they might run that. But I'm happy with a 2-turn clock now. Well, now we do it here. So we just, do this to Song of the Dead so they can only do it one more time. Oh, right, they do it with 2 Song of the Deads on the stack. Well, there's not much we could do about that. Okay, and the Cabal Ritual. Right, got it. Well, there you go. You got 2 cards in your hand. Do you have all that you need? That is the question. So if we drew another land here, then we could do the whole. Okay, they have Reaping Grapes as well. It's very likely they're going to get us done, but they can technically still whiff, and they had to use 2 Songs of the Damned to get it done as well. So I will just F6 through this, and then we'll see what the outcome is after all of this. Well, as you can see, they have quite easily did it, so we're going to concede this game. GG, opponent. All right, we're actually on the play, which is great. Let's see what our hand looks like. Look, this hand's keepable. It's a pretty good burn hand, to be honest, with Strands and Lunark Veteran. But we have a way to get the stuff out early, so I'm kind of happy with this. Hopefully, we're just playing against, Caw Gates. So it's a little bit slower, this hand that we have, but that's okay. All right, so now, we'll take the 1, we'll play Dark Veil and replay Lunark Veteran, and then we'll just follow it up with the Choco. And hopefully it just resolves. So basically just playing a 2-mana 3/3 here. And then, we'll play Choco and then... Oh, Sacred Cat, brutal. I'm kind of happy trading with that anyway. We've got this other Lunark, so we'll go this and we'll play the Choco. They might just honestly be wanting to just trade with this Lunark Veteran. This is the hard matchup though. Strands kind of makes it a little bit easier, but yeah. Thank God Basilisk is actually just a... It's just a sorcery speed, so they can only do it on their turn. So we're going to have mono blockers for a while. So next turn, we're going to let this level up, but we're likely going to... That's not that good either. Let's attack. And I'm kind of keen to just go Lunark Veteran, return the Choco. So we get more stuff out of it. I think we'll do that. Pick up the Choco. Just reset it and then we can get in with more stuff. There are 9, so hopefully their turn just looks like a lot of Squadron Hawks. They do have Strands in their bin now, which is a little bit annoying. So the ways to survive for a couple of turns. This is pretty good brainstorm with Squadron Hawk. Looks like they're ideally looking for... Okay, Basilisk Gate is also good. We'll still play the Choco out. Because they're only going to get +3 from this, so it's not the end of the world. Over here, land. Clean up, discard Modern Age. Okay, so... The Choco doesn't really get them anyway. So I'm happy just to attack with the 3/3 and the 2/3. And we'll play Battle Screech and flashback Battle Screech. And then after that, we can just keep attacking with our flyers and then use this Prismatic Strands or whatnot. Alright, they just use Squatty to block with that. That's fine. Take 2. And we'll just Screech and flashback Screech. This is probably a bad matchup though as well, so I don't like my odds. And normally they're running red. These are the Sea Gate and the Citadel Gate, but they normally just splash red for like a Breath Weapony kind of style, like Trickery or whatnot. They're playing the Modern Age. So they likely have a counterspell here as well. 7 cards in hand. I don't think they normally run counterspell. I think sometimes they do. We're just going to jam the Choco Mog and then we'll attack with everything. And then now it's in play. So we can attack this. I kind of want their lifelink to get off the field as well. So we'll attack everything. They can do their thing of, what Thread Charming looks like. Okay. And then Strandsing looks like. But we do have another Choco. Yep, they're in white. And then hopefully they just don't get another Strands. If they're not gating this turn, that makes me think that they have a Strands in their hand, which makes me very worried. It makes me think they have a Stranded now, unless they want to play 2 more Squadron Hawks or something. probably. Okay. If they don't play anything else here, this makes me think they have a prismatic strands in their hand. It's obviously not good for us. So this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I mean, yeah, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 4, 5, 6, 7. They could block that. Spell pierce. Let's just attack. I think they have a strands. That's the thing. Yeah, we just Guardian's Pledge. But yeah, they definitely have like a prismatic strands here. It's so painful to work through multiple prismatic strands. So really just wasted half a card there. They kept all their stuff. And we just pass back to them. And we're pretty cooked from here, to be honest. Yeah, probably just picking up the Darbell here. Yeah. We'll take that. See what we draw. Caw Skyfisher. See here, I think we still just play the Choco and then force their hand to do it all again. Just attack with the flyers. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 11. I'll just attack Lunar Veteran as well. Yeah, I'm just trading off. So they've got another Thraben Charm as well. Wow, huge. We're kind of getting to the semi-pointy end though now. Can't flash anything back. I think on our turn we'll just bring back the Lunark Better in the Caw Skyfisher and probably just bounce. I don't know, something. Yeah. Oh, they got double gate. There's going to be sandbagging that gate for a little while as well. I mean, we're pretty cooked now, I think. Let's just attack with the Summon Choco and see what they do. Just taking 3. And then on our turn, we will Prismatic Strands. Because 2 can play at that game. The problem is, now they're on 16, so they're probably just too far away. Oh, Lone Revealing here. We're still going to use Strands here. So we have one in the graveyard then. But it's absolutely cooked here. Yeah, let's try and resolve this core to try and bounce the summon. Okay, we do get that far, which is nice. I just did this first so we could just see if we want to do anything else specific. I think now it's a 2-4, I guess. We'll play the Choco again. I don't have the idea of just getting in with these two. They happily took it. They still have a Strands in the bin though, so. The problem that we have here is we have to block because they could have a counterspell. And really they got that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 gates. Pretty close to just cooking us. Yeah. That's a good point. How much is that? Yeah, it's 10. We don't want them to have the lifelink, so let's just use the Strands. And then we'll use one of our flashbacks to deal with the other one. See if this resolves first before I go to blocks. So name white. I think we just take this, to be honest. We've got a 3. Another Sacred Cat, eh? It's a good card, but I think we have to play just a smidge differently. Let's play this better. Get a flyer. And then let's attack like this. And then we have strands up for the lifelink. And then we can play Screech next turn if we need to. But then being able to just cook on this strands in the graveyard is pretty hectic. And we have one relic in the graveyard as well. I should probably block that as well, but if they're getting a bunch of life, then we're going to have a bad time anyway. Name white. And then let's deal lethal in the air to them. They're embalming, yeah, that's fair enough. Squadron Hawk. Cheeky boy, Squadron Hawk. Alright, deck, what do we draw? It's been a little bit interesting because we haven't drawn any so the strands is going to get through again, which is frustrating. So, and we only got one more go of the strands, and I've gained a bunch of life, and we only got one more Lord effect as well. Let's play the land. Just attack these two. We'll get an anthem effect, and I think we have to be lucky to draw a prismatic strands or some kind of extra effect. Yeah, that happens. We knew they had that anyway. I think I want the flyer as well, so let's battle Screech. Something from attacking with too much stuff. We'll just do it like this. We've gone through almost a third of our deck and we haven't seen one single Inspector, which is interesting. But yeah, on our turn, essentially we need to draw a Thraben Charm. So we can Thraben Charm our own creature that gets the lifelink effect. Or be able to just cook them for a good amount. So maybe go back to 11 and 2, 4, 6, 8. 11. I don't think they have another flyer. But we have to block that, that's the issue. We'll block this. And let's just block that as well. And then we'll use our strands. We really need to just draw some action though. And then we just name white. It's not enough. We really did not need to draw that because this is what 2, 4, 6, 10. Nah, they cooked us here. That's a bit sad, but it is what it is. Kind of just ran out of stuff there. So I could run Destroy Evils, but those cats just keep coming back. Dust Us is pretty janky. It's just like, are these better than some other spells that we're going to be running? That's the question. Probably not. I think Greatsword's still good. I want the Battle Screeches. So I guess the scary part is they can run the Guardian of the Guild packed him. I'm pretty cooked to that. I think we want the extra removal. I think we need the life gain. Eagle's good. I think it's all pretty good, to be honest. I need a Thraben Charms as well for graveyard shenanigans. Maybe just cut one Guardian's Pledge. I know sometimes we need to be faster, but I'm thinking they might bring in like some Dispels or Prismatic Strands and stuff, so it gets a little bit worse. Yes, we'll play first. That sounds good. I mean, life gain does help, but I think we're still going to go Inspector and the Core Skyfisher because we're going to get into that mid-late game. Which is, I think, where we want to be. Yeah. So, Inspector go. And I don't know if it would have been different if we had Inspector instead of Lunax on the play. Could have been. Yeah, there's the Azorius Guild Gate. It's a good land. Just attack. Play the Skyfisher, and then next turn we'll just triple the 1-drops. And hopefully we draw an Anthem of some variant. The old modern age, eh? The brick wall. That's going to be good for that anyway. So we'll go this. I'm just playing it all now because it doesn't really matter. They're tapped out. So we'll stack this. Always yield. Always yield. And then we'll attack for 2. So some lists do run some board wipes, but they don't all do it. Well, we can get around that card, that's alright. A 1/3 is annoying though. Let's just soup up this Core Skyfisher. And honestly, I'm happy to crack a clue. That's kind of nice. Let's attack with this 3/4, and then we'll play the Core Skyfisher, return the Inspector, and then next we have 2 flyers. 2, 3, 4 flyers. Pick up that, pass. I probably wouldn't play this Inspector straight away. They can attack with the Outlaw Medic. Alright, yeah. Let's play this first. Just put it on here. And I will crack the Informant just in case we draw a Guardian's Pledge. Because then they might be forced to, or a Choker, they might be forced to trade with everything. Oh, Battle Screech is nice. Sorry, Thraben Inspector. Oh, I want to keep it in my hand for extra shenanigans. Let's just crack the clue now as well. I could have maybe had it all, but I think it's kind of too valuable not to just cast it normally. I also could have maybe just done that clue token on their turn in case they have a Thraben Charm. Because then we can actually get through it. We can just Prismatic Strands on white. Yeah, see, I should have kept that Prismatic Strands in my hand. I shouldn't have cracked that clue there. I was like, what are the chances that they do this? Let's just attack with these 2, see how they block. I think that's fine. We just trade like that. Another one's coming our way anyway, you know. Oh, they're flashing back theirs. Don't hate just playing ours, to be honest. And blue. So then just naming white. This makes me think they have another one of these in their hand if they didn't use that. Right, nothing happens. Diddly squat. No Basilisk Gate makes me happy. Surely they're getting with this Outlaw Medic now. Another Modern Age. So probably, yeah, maybe I should have brought the Destroy Evils in. And they got rid of their fourth. I'm pretty sick of drawing those. Okie dokie. Let's just punch it with these two. It's kind of fun. I'm going to get a bunch more flyers in play here. Oh, sorry, I should have played the veteran first. But I'm just mindful. I don't really want to play this planes, and life gain doesn't really matter after the fact here. Now I'll play this here. I want to hold this to make them think that we have something special, even though we might not. Because it's really only an extra 2 life. And then we go this. Just do it like this. Now if we draw a choker or something like that, then we get a lot more going on. We've got our critical mass of creatures. I wish I used that strands though earlier to keep my Caw Skyfisher alive. It does push them just out of range. Look, we will use this and just name white. But they definitely have the strands of their own. I mean, we knew that Dispel was coming at some point. Let's just take the 6. We've got plenty of life to burn. Hopefully I don't have enough Thraben Charm. I'm going to play this first in case we get a Choco. Get rid of that. I'm just going to play this for Fiend's Informant. I just want more stuff on the board, more boots on the ground. And then if we hit like a Strands or something like that, that's huge. And not drawing that planes. And then let's just flinch with everything here. They obviously block like a Lunarch Veteran, but then we can return, oh sorry, the Flyer. But yeah, we're slowly... I mean, now we've got this 2/2/1, so they get this one in play. Yeah, we need to get some good interaction here. And then just doing this twice is pretty huge for them. It's coming for 6, dropping to 8. And now they probably go like block, and then they're taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I mean, it's lethal. Well, that's cool. Let's play this and see if this resolves. I assume they're going to have a either a counterspell or a strands here. Counterspell. Okay. And then if they go block, I think we just flinch anyway. Can't do much else. Yeah, let's do it like that. There we go. All right, let's try... I think now I kind of do want these journeys in here. Still want the Thraben Charms. I think Darbells are pretty bad, to be honest, especially with the Sacreds. I kind of like Greatsword still. Relic is nice. Maybe we can cut like one Lunarch Veteran on the draw. Yeah, be a smidge more reactive. The journeys are good for these Sacred Cats. This hand, I think it's keepable. I think it is keepable. It's a bit slow, but... multiple battles creatures, we've got 3 lands, like I can see it being good, you know. Alright, And we've got our creatures coming out of the woodwork now. So we'll play this, and then we'll Raffine's Informant next turn, discard Battle Screech likely. Alright, there it is, the Modern Age. Yeah, so we'll just do the Informant now. Yeah, we'll discard the Screech so we can actually play the other Screech next turn. We'll attack. Discarding Double Cat. Gross. It's very good against me. Squadron Hawk is pretty gross. But if they don't play another land, then we're in business. We're in business if they don't, okay, they play another land. Alright, okay. So on our turn, I mean, we're just going to attack this Informant, and then we'll play out these two Inspectors, and then flash back the Battle Screech. Flash back. And we're going to have a lot more birdies next turn as well. Might even see this where I have to choose what to do with the idyllic range, and I'm kind of tempted to put it onto the Novice Inspector, but then it just bounces off the Vector Glider. Squadron Hawk. See here, I'm kind of tempted because they played it this way that we actually just journey, crack a clue, and probably just make the Lunar or make a bird token slightly bigger. Can't trade with it too well. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that, and then we can do the Battle Screech next turn. So this is going to go on a bird. And let's just draw a card first. They're missing a land drop, so this is my time to shine. Okay, let's put this on the Vector Glider. Ironically, got Strands in the bin. Alright, and then now we can just attack with everything. It's good because that means they can't use counterspell because they have to constantly try and build up their board. Yeah. Journeying, probably like the Fiend's Informant, I guess. But them doing this also means, and they're probably just playing a Sacred Cat here, yeah. So if I play the summon, is that actually going to allow me to potentially have a lethal? So it'll be 2, 4, 6, 9. They'll have to block, which is good. Then again, I'm also happy just to play more flyers. Sacred Cat's going to get pretty big though. I think we attack with everything and see what they do. Because you can go through and inspect a Battle Screech, I think is what we should do. But this might just force some weird blocks from them. Okay. And deal 1 to the Sacred Cat, so they're not going to be bashing for a lot. And then we'll play this Raven Inspector. And then we'll play this Battle Screech, flash back the Battle Screech, and then we have the Summon. They do have a lot of cards in their hand. They have lots of ways to get back in this game. And they have Strands as well. But they haven't, maybe they're not even running any red, because they haven't used any of this to actually make red, so Maybe they are just straight blue-white. I don't really need to even play the summon Choco out. We can just attack with the flyers. And this is just like a Squadron Hawk. Yeah, it's fair enough. Let's crack a clue and see if we hit something nice. That is not what we really wanted. Let's play this and then we can attack with everything then. Yeah. So we can block this and this and take 2, 4, 6. Attack with that and that. 1 Spectre back. We just attack like that. So block this, this, take 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Well, you just block those 2. Let's just attack like that. I'm mindful because there's not much clock left now. You got that pesky prismatic strand in the bin. Yeah, just casting that. Now we're just going to get through probably another 2 prismatic strands and they're going to make this cat big. And it didn't, yeah. So I'm keeping this planes in my hand in case we need to cycle with this Raffine's Informant to try and hit like a Thraven Charm or something. But now like gaining 6. I mean, it doesn't matter too much because we've got so much life, but you know, 2 more prismatic strands means 2 more turns of lethal that they just get through, and this Choco is not doing the business that we want it to do. Okay, so they've played the Modern Age. 4.5 minutes left on clock. They are doing that now. That tells me they don't have a prismatic strands. So yeah, I mean, we take the 7 here, but it should be lethal, if I'm pretty sure. We are going to crack a clue first and see what we get. Just because it might be like a great sword or something like that. Now here we're going to play a land and we're going to Raffine's Informant first. Just another Raffine's Informant. Let's discard the planes and let's attack with everything because it can't get us on the crackback. And then the strands in the yard. Block that and that and take 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. It's lethal, yeah, there we go. Well, I think we just likely didn't draw the extra strands there, but that was a very close one. Alright, let's play another one. Alright, we're on the play again, which is sweet. This hand is sadly not playable, we'll have to mull it. This hand's better. What do we... We'll keep this. I think we'll probably... The Battle Screech is a little bit far off. I want the planes. I don't mind the Guardian's Pledge. I might even just put this down. Reason being is we get Raffine's Informant or anything like that, then some of our stuff gets a lot better. Let's just start with the Lunar Veteran. Maybe we'll play against Burn. I'm long overdue to play against Burn, so maybe they drop a mountain and say go here. Hey, there it is. All right, no playing mistakes. Look at that. All right. It's good that we bottom that then. We'll just play our Novice Inspector. There's probably a world where I could play the Greatsword first, but I think this is kind of just fine as is. Okay. And they're doing this again for 1, I guess. I think that's a fine trade deal with me. Alright, that's pretty huge. Let's attack for 1 first. We're definitely not blocking with the Lunar Veteran. And we're not going to be able to get another 1/1 down. We're likely going to probably... We're probably going to get rid of this. The Summon Choco will come in handy once we draw a planes. And then if we... The next time we can go Summon Choco, probably Battle Screech. So maybe we're just discarding the Battle Screech. That's probably correct. Thraven Charm. Thraven Charm's good, so let's just discard the Battle Screech. And if we draw planes next turn, then we're really in business. Alright, they're fine to Gouth Blast my creatures. That means that they're not Gal Blasting me. Okay, they are playing the Sly version. So this Raven Charm's not as good. It's definitely going to hit whatever creature is next turn. Okay, so we both have some pretty clunky hands here. They look a bit flooded. What do they hit off that? Just double mountains? Okay. So, I kind of just want to play the Greatsword here, just play it out. Let's attack for 1. Arclock would be better, especially once we play this North Inspector, gain another life, and then we can equip the sword maybe. Have a grand old time. Yeah, very flooded. Just bushwhackering here. Maybe they have a second bushwhacker. Okay, still I think our clock's going to be better than theirs, so yeah, let's play the Inspector first, try and get this life gain. Okay, they let us do it. And then this Inspector's probably just going to go into something else. We're not blocking with this Veteran. This Veteran's just gaining life every turn. We'll attack. Oh, we'll just tap that down, I guess. Yeah, we'll just do this for a little while. Okay, so they just drew a lot of mountains there, which we're quite lucky with. So what we want to bring in against them is they do run End of Festivities. So we'll bring in Hallow, we'll bring in all these Martyr Sands, and then we'll also bring in Holy Light. Holy Light's actually pretty good against them. We're going to cut the Guardian's Pledges. We can go a bit more controlling. We don't even want as many Thraben Charms because we got Holy Lights that we're bringing in anyway. And I think we'll probably cut the Greatsword. That's a little bit slow. Diabell's nice. Summon Choco's fine. We'll probably cut a Choco or 2. Maybe even cut a Battle Screech just because they have End of Festivities. And then, yeah, run it like this, I think. Let's see how this one goes. You can't get rid of Lunite Veteran. Lunite Veteran's too good. It's only the first one drop to go, but it's just too good against them here. This hand isn't good. We're going to mulligan this one. This hand is a lot better. We're probably just going to bottom... I think I'm just going to bottom a Screech, because this way we can curve out with Go Inspector, Crack a Clue, Inspector, Crack a Clue. And then we'll get to our 4th land anyway. Maybe for lucky we can draw some Martyr Sands actions. Should be good. Mountain Epicure. Alright, as long as it's not that bloody Goblin Guide. Alright, we've just got Mono Inspectors here, which is one of the best things you can have against their deck. And I think we'll just triple Inspector next turn. I am tempted to maybe just Crack a Clue in case we draw a Martyr Ascent. Yeah, playing an Impulse. Mountain and Festivities, yeah. Okay, Summon Choco. So now that's the case. Let's attack for 1, and then next turn so we'll go double Inspector. I'm just worried if they have 2 End Festivities, but I think that's kind of fine. They all kind of replace themselves anyway. Okay, so they do have double End Festivities. Alright, I kind of called that, but I guess it is what it is. We're going to play this Choco as just a brick wall for this 2-2. And we'll hold on to this Martyr. It might come in handy. Hopefully we can just crack some clues and then we back down to business. It's a little bit slow though. It's funny because actually holding all the Thraben Inspectors kind of worked well. Is this a Bushwhacker? No, 2 rallies. Okay. We're definitely blocking the Tomb Raider here. But yeah, they're cracking for heaps. If we can somehow stabilize, I think we're in a good spot. But yeah, we're taking a lot here. See, that's not very good. So, I think we even just crack a Clue first. Got 1 card left. I think we are going to just chump block something and then we're going to Battle Screech. Then we're going to chump block with this Martyr Ascend and then we're going to Battle Screech next turn. Synth is a huge draw for them. Yeah, Galv Blast. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. Well, it's actually not, 'cause it's only 2 damage. Yeah, damn. So I think in that case of this turn, so I think here we don't want to block. Let's just block 1. And then before damage, we'll just crack the Martyr. Show them these 2. Done. Just gain 6 and then take 4. Nice little 2-mana fog, I guess. Yep, just Gale Blast me. And I think I don't know what really they're holding on to here. Strands is a good card, but we are just going to play Battle Screech, Flashback Battle Screech. I'm just going to block some creatures. Good draw, Emissary into Percussionist. Okay. So I think here we'll just trade with 2 human tokens. And then we'll use Strands next turn to block all the red stuff. Because you can't name... You have to name white on these anyway. So we just block these. And we sadly lose this next turn. Draw a land. Just get this party going. Now that's an interesting one. I'm actually going to play this because I don't think we need double Strand. We need a way to finish this game off somehow as well. I'm really careful of that. Let's play another one. Then keep everything on the blocks. Yeah, let's discard this so we can get favorable blocks, and we'll play the planes. And we'll just pass. Because now we can block everything and just name red if we want. And then hopefully just chime back with this. Yeah, that's good. This also makes a damn white creature as well. Hey. Really need to draw something good. What if they attack? Surely not, yeah. Alright, deck, give me something good. Ideally, Grange is kind of good. I kind of want another Strands or something like that. You know what, I'll take the Darvel. I'll just play a 3/3. That's not too bad. And then that's good with the Vigilance token. I think I might just put the Grange on a bird token, to be honest, and we just get in with the bird. Play the Ideally Grange. Yeah, we need to start doing something here. So I'm just going to chuck it on there. And we need to get in... I guess we just get in with 1. We're pretty low. I think we have to get in with 1 because of everything they have. I do not like our position after everything here, which is just insane, but... Yeah. They've drawn some good gas off the top, and these percussionists are a little bit annoying as well. Yeah, the old A space. So let's go to blocks. We'll block this. This will block. Actually, sorry, these will block the white creatures. All the white creatures. Block. Block. We'll block that. And then we'll do... We'll just do a Strands. Naming red. I guess if they can't end festivities here because that is a red spell. Okay. Alright, Guardian's Pledge, Summon Choco. Alright, that's not it. Let's try and draw something good. Come on, deck. That is not very good here. So we definitely need to keep all the blocks up, and we're on 4. Oh, I do not like this. Basically, a ham sandwich gets me. 4 creatures, a bolt, so a creature does it. And I have to block those monkeys as well. So I have to basically fade a spell. Yeah, I have to dodge a lot of things to essentially win this game. How much do I have? 3, 6, 9. So it's 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12. We can't really afford to attack for 5. And then what we can block. Go to 1 maybe. They basically have to fade something. We do have to drop them to an amount where we can just crack him back with everything. Or we can hope to draw a Guardian's Pledge or a Summon Choco. Did I take it out, some Guardian's Pledges? I took them out. So we have to kill them over a couple turns. So I think maybe we do 5. And then just block everything, hope they fade. So 5 go to 12. Yeah, I think that's just the go. If they attack with everything, that kind of just tells me they've got something coming for us. We'll play the Martyr of Sands. And sandbag this plains to make them think that we have a white creature. But yeah, 2 cards here. They are flunging with everything. I mean, look, if they have a bolt, we just have to block both of these and just pray. Makes me think they don't have anything, but now they have 2 more looks. So basically drawing 3 cards to hit like a bolt and something else. Can't afford to take the 1 though. Especially if they just have a bolt in their hand. Alright. Show me the money. What do we have? Alright, does it matter? Okay. That, I mean, that allows them to bolt us, so... If they're playing Emissary first, maybe they don't have the bolt then. All right, 2 cards. Surely you have a bolt. Yes. Or you're cracking the blood token. Okay, they don't have the bolt in their last bit of... It must be a mountain then. But they have lots of ways to get us. Come on, finish the job. Okay, they don't. Okay, so now... I mean, that was the worst draw we could possibly have. But they're on 12, so it's 3, 6, 9. I think we just attack again. I think we just attack with the bird token and the Darbell. Keep 4 back. And just make them think we have something, even though we don't have anything. We have 2 planes in our hand. They've been pretty flooded as well. They have been. Well, that's pretty good. That is pretty good. Does that do it? We have to block the 2 emissaries now. So what's that? Block here. Block there. Oh, they probably have a Gal Blast in their hand, I guess. Block here. And then I'm going to have to just block that. On 3. Yeah, I have to block that. That's annoying. And I'll go to 1. Burn spell? Surely. No burn spell. Okay, well, that's something at least. This has been a very bizarre game. We need to hit a strands, really. So they had the Gal Blast. Okay, that's alright. They're just slow rolling. That's fine. So, I don't think we change anything, really. We have, I think we still keep how it was, because I think, you know, with the Lunac better in, and we have a couple Chocos. I think that's kind of fine. I think we run it. I could cut the Holy Lights, actually, because of the rally of the Hornberg. This sounds good. We'll keep this. And we'll just go Martyr. They might want to try and just burn it, which is fine, because we've got another Martyr. Hello, Martyr. Yeah, that's fine. You can Gal Blast that. Okay, it's pretty huge. I'm just going to play this Martyr of Sands, and then I will probably just crack it to gain 12, because that's pretty busted. Percussionist. Alright, well, they obviously attack, and then we block it, and then we'll sack sack. 1, 2, 3, 4. Done. And then we don't take anything, and then we're going to do the whole thing again. Hopefully we just draw another creature or something fun like that. Come on, deck. There we go. All right, we'll play another Martyr of Sands, and then we're going to go say go. Do the exact same thing we did before, get another 12 life. And then hopefully that just keeps us alive long enough. We're definitely blocking that. Bushwhacker, yeah. So block the Goblin Tomb Raider. Block you. And then we'll crack this. And then we take 4, go to 40. All right, we've got a nice healthy amount of life here. All right, deck, what do you want to do for me? A land. Let's play an Informant first. Let's discard Informant because I feel like this Holy Light is actually going to be good here. We'll pass. No more Martyr of Sands. The Martyr of Sands have done their job. We do kind of need to draw like some Inspectors or something like that now though. And let's just block. Just block this. And then we'll attack. Like our clock can be a lot better than theirs here now. Emissary, okay. And the Festivities, very nice. Very good. Well, let's play this. We're likely just going to get rid of this extra planes here, to be honest. Yeah, that's a bit of a shame. And then we'll play this Idyllic Range. Play it on the one thing that we can, and then we'll pass. See, they got one card left, but they've got a Synthesizer in play. So they've really got another 2/2 and another creature. That's a great draw. This Holy Light is looking absolutely dog garbage now. Well, let's just block one of these. So I guess what I want here, I mean, Lunarch Veteran's not terrible. Let's just play the Lunarch Veteran. And I want to hold on to this Holy Light. Do I even want to just block the Percussionist with the Veteran? Maybe I do. Bushwhacker. Well, I think here we do the Holy Light and then we'll just block. Yeah, that's pretty good. Alright, we'll just use the Holy Light and just save us 4 damage, I guess. Another Tomb Raider, that's nuts. Alright, they didn't play it though. Well, let's play some of our creatures. At least this is a 3/3. They can block for a couple turns. A lot better than drawing a Guardian's Pledge here, that's for sure. We need to actually draw some stuff. I just want to chain Thrave Inspectors. That's what I really want to do with my life today. Let's be brickball these 2/2s. I have to play the Golden Tomb Raider here. Oh, it was a Lightning Bolt. Really? Their last card was a Lightning Bolt. Oh yeah, we just take this. Alright, deck. Give me just mono Thrave Inspectors. That's what I want. Okay, that's the start. That's the start that I want. That's how we claw this back, deck. Thank you. Alright, land is not what we want. I think I'll even hold on to it. And we just pass, because we'll probably just double block like a creature of some variant. Probably just a Samurai token, I guess. Do we just take this? I think maybe we take it for a turn, because we might draw a Core Skyfisher, and then it matters. Okay. This is why we just are always a little bit hesitant, because now we have a good blocker. Play this, let's crack a clue, let's just try and get another 1-drop. That's good, okay. So this went exactly how I wanted it to go. I am going to attack with this 1/1 because we're definitely not blocking with it. And then now suddenly we can double block a Raider, we can block a Samurai token. Alright, rally. I mean, they're getting close to getting us, to be honest. They have to flunch with everything. They don't flunch with everything. 7. Let's just crack this first. Okay. We'll play Screech. And then let's flashback Screech. Not going to use anything. They've gone through, how many end facilities have they gone through? Just one? One. Okay. And then there's another one. They drew an end of facilities off the top. At least we gained a bunch of life off that. That's like a good thing to start with. So blocks wise, we're just going to block a 1-1, I think. Yeah, and just take 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. We can't be silly with this stuff, you know? We'll play the Martyr, I guess. And then we'll just, yeah. We need to draw some more Inspectors. This has been a very weird game, because I feel like it's been winnable, but not at the same time. Yeah, so blocks-wise, let's go here. And then I think we honestly, I guess we're here and here, and then what, we're taking 6. We just do it like that. And the festivities was a big hit for them. Holy crap. Alright, it's good that they hit a mountain off that. 0 cards come on deck. Give me a Battle Screech or something. Not a Plains. We still have to play defensively here, which is very sad. We had some good hits at the beginning, but now it's not looking good for our hero. Yep, same with everything. I think even we... So it could be a bolt, I guess, which is the issue. Because if we take 2, if it's bolt, they just win the game. Do we just kind of expect them to have the bolt? Maybe we do. You know what? I think we just block it. And just stay at a healthy life total where we don't lose everything. So they get rid of 1 Novice Inspector. We lose our Martyr. Yeah, it was a Gale Blast. Okay. And that's good. Can we please draw another Core Skyfisher? Eagles of the North. Well, it's good. And we'll get in as well with it. With the Inspector. So we had to block how we did. But we did draw some runner lands where we shouldn't have drawn runner lands. We've gained so much life. Alright, room 4. Come on, deck. Give me some good cards. That's some good cards. We're going to get in with both as well. We need to start turning the corner now. We're not going to win this game if we're just going to be scared. So, and it completely changes if we draw strands or something like that. Come on, strands. Not that. So we are pretty dead to things here. What is this? 4, 3, 7, 9. I think we just attack with just 1 creature, I think is correct. And then, yeah, but I mean, we're pretty dead to a lot of things. So it's a GG in most cases, but we had a good run. No, they have 3 draw steps as well to get literally like a haster. Okay, so I think they hit a bolt here, if that's the case. Can I get a Hallow or something? Another Plains, okay. Well, look, here they have to kind of trade now. This is what we'll do. Be very lucky. They just had a bolt. That's whether they waited till then though, because we could have drawn a strands. Running 4 planes in a row is a bit rough. Yeah, that's okay. Let's try another one. All right, run the play. Let's see if we can get our monies back. We have to mull this, sadly. This hand's good-ish. We'll bottom of planes. Keep bottom of planes done. All right. Land into veteran. And we'll likely still just play the Raffine's Informant after this. Another Gates deck, eh? We might not get lucky this time. We'll see how we go. Alright, Darvel. I think we'll take for one. I think we just play the Raffine's Informant, to be honest. I wouldn't mind having Darvel more for some value stuff. See if we can get something good off this Raffine's Informant or something free, like a Battle Screech. Idyllic range. I think that's going to be good. I have to discard a creature because I'm mindful of the medic that is going to be a 1/3. So we'll have to play it like this. So at least the Raffine's Informant can get in. And then we'll play the Caw Skyfish because I think the fly is going to be better than Darvel over the long run. Yeah, so that's what I was afraid of essentially in this aspect, is that if they play the Outlaw Medic, then we need to be able to get in with it. So it would look pretty ridiculous if that was just a 2/1. Guardian's Pledge. So here, yeah, look, we're just going to attack with the Raffine's Informant. And then we'll play the Caw Skyfisher, just bounce the veteran, and play the veteran again. It's not the greatest start. These veterans probably come out as well in some regard. And then we'll have to think about where this idyllic range comes into the piece. So just doing a Thraben Charm here. Okay. And do they hit their third land? They do. Okay, 6 cards. I mean, where did our board state go, really? It's crazy once you mull. What happens? All right. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. Let's just go idyllic range onto the Caw Skyfisher. And we'll Thraben Charm the Outlaw Medic, just so it's off the board. So it's not going to get better, this Thraben Charm. And then we can get, yep, you draw a card. And then we get in for 4. And then we go. So we do 4 next turn, and then we can get them on the following turn with the Guardian's Pledge. If they have literally no interaction though. So it looks like they're playing, okay, A Journey to Nowhere. That's pretty huge. And hopefully they don't play Cat, because I think we're pretty screwed if they do. They're running the Battlefront. Oh, because you can cycle it, sorry, of course. Alright, well, we're just going to play this, and then we'll just Battle Screech flashback it. And then next turn, if they tap out, which they probably won't, but we can just Guardian's Pledge them to death. They do run counter spells though in the like, so they have good mana. Just go double Squadron Hawk or something like that. Or Prismatic Strands as well. Right, so they brainstormed, did their thing, untapped. They went straight to their main, so they didn't, use a Lorien Revealed or something like that. We just got to see what they have. Because if they don't... Okay, they did it in main phase. Maybe they drew that Lorien... But they brainstormed, so I guess they wanted to keep all their cards. It must have been some pretty good cards. And then they're playing something here. Another brainstorm. Okay. So this is where if they don't have a land... I mean, they could have counterspell as well. But we can just kind of get them with this Guardian's Pledge. We have to shoot our shot. We're definitely going to Guardian's Pledge here. They have their land, and this is the scary part. What do you want to do? Keep up Prismatic Strands, or let me attack? They're probably thinking, is their last card Guardian's Pledge? And they'll be right, it is Guardian's Pledge. Okay, they are passing. The main phase 2, they could do something else. Okay, they're not. Okay. So we still have to shoot our shot. That's a little bit nicer to shoot a shot like this anyway. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, 10. Like there's a world that we could just actually play the Guardian's Pledge, but this allows us to present lethal 3 times in a row. And they have the strands here anyway. So now we just have that slog where they can play a bunch of Squadron Hawks and block everything and then use strands. The old Guardian of the Guild Pact, eh? It's a good one, but we can still attack with the Joker because it is a 2-3, so that's always nice. I mean, we won't because they'll just mono block it, but... and a Sacred Cat, okay. They don't have a Basilisk Gate yet. That's a bit annoying. Let's just attack in the air. Got 3 cards left. Yep, flashback, prismatic strands. Oh, and hopefully they don't have any more prismatic strands. Sometimes I think they run 2 in the main deck, but it's a big yoof, big yoof. All right, no Basilisk Gate yet. That's good for us. Modern Age, okay. Only discarding. A Dispel. Okay. So this Guardian's Pledge didn't matter as much anyway. I'm going to fire off this Guardian's Pledge, to be honest. Well, that makes me think they have another one. Just absolutely brutal if they have it. This is 3, 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's attack with these. And then we're probably just going to Caw Skyfisher, bounce the Choco. Now let's, if this is what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 11. It's another strands. That's crazy. Okay. They do the thing. Let's just play the Caw Skyfisher and then bounce back this. And just have another full turn of that as well, which is brutal. So we'll play this, bounce the Choco, play the Choco, and then we still have lethal next turn. Play the Choco. I did it like that as well, because like it kind of just telegraphed. Worst case scenario is just going to do the Guardian's Pledge and play the Choco on the following turn. Oh, them having the strands is pretty brutal. They're just discarding Dispels. There it is. There it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a 6/6 lifelink. It's pretty good. And a Squadron Hawks. Yikes. So they might turn the corner unless we draw our own prismatic strands now, which is a bit sad. But that's how the cookie crumbles, sadly. I wouldn't mind drawing a Thraben Charm as well, because then that will allow me to exile the prismatic strands out of the graveyard. Yeah, I mean, we just take this, don't we? No point blocking that. It's just going to be coming back as a 6/6 as well. Surely they just play another Squadron Hawk here. Makes sense. Yep. And yeah, We need to draw prismatic strands now, otherwise it's a bit bust. I mean, that's a good draw. We'll just crack in with all our peeps, and then we'll just play another Battle Screech. It's probably our best draw, to be honest. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, it's not lethal. As long as they use the strands, I'm happy. Which they're not, but you know. Okay, and we'll play a Battle Screech. Flashback Battle Screech. Get a nice healthy 4 life again. And the next turn is what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Well, I got the glider now. Crazy that we play against Gates twice now. Makes sense to just Lauren revealed here, because they could maybe get in with a cat if they need to. Now I could just do the cat anyway. Yep. And then in for 6. Slow and steady. We will just force them to use the prismatic strands, hopefully. And the trigger goes away next turn anyway. Let's just attack with everything. Because that Guardian of the Guild Pack doesn't matter too much if they're just going to block with it and then use the strands anyway. They're just using strands. If I was them, I'd probably block something though. Yeah, just block a flyer, makes sense. They're going to be going up to 20, which is a scary thing. We've got to keep this Guardian's Pledge in our hand. Just get rid of the planes. That's a bit annoying. Okay, this is what I have, opponent. You can hit me with the cat. If you have another strands, then so be it, you know. But you have 3 Squadron Hawks in your hand, so you obviously hit the cat up, make it huge. Yep, Basilisk Gate. And we still get the Lord effect next turn, but yeah, we're going to just pump everything with the Guardian's Pledge, so it doesn't look like it's enough, but hopefully they just play a bunch of... They're attacking with that as well, okay. We're not blocking that, we'll take it. It makes sense for them to attack with it, because then they can get us on the crackback next turn. And then Squadron Hawk, and then probably another Squadron Hawk. So what would they block? 3 biggest, 1, 2, 3. And they'll take 3, 4, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Okay, technically lethal. If they don't have strands, we're in business. Or like any interaction, which they obviously, they have strands here. Well, we're just going to have to flange with everything here. If they have strands, they have strands. So block, block, block. The fact that they didn't play a Squadron Hawk screams to me that they have it. Or a counterspell. Yep, counterspell. That's alright. We tried our little hardest here. We didn't even draw another creature spell to stop us from getting anything else. So, same as before, we'll bring the relics. I did like those draw evils and journeys just to handle some of their creatures. What wasn't good, I think Greatsword's still good. Strands is like really good. The Open Charm is good. What would I cut? Maybe because I didn't want to bring all these in. I think Darvels were pretty bad from a ground perspective. I think the Summon Chokos were still good. The Great Swords maybe not as much. And the Lunarks just aren't as good. So we'll just keep all this in. 2 drops are too valuable, I think. Alright, on the play for game 2, let's see if we can get a bit of a better hand cracking. This hand's good. Strands is obviously very good as well. Allows us to survive their hits. Inspector into Skyfisher is always good value as well. Maybe I could cut some of these pledges, but it's hard to know. They're running Dispel. I probably could cut 1 or 2 pledges, to be honest, but that's okay. And we just have to watch what they do with the lands, because if they are putting red in, then I'm a little bit worried for like a breath weapon effect. Alright, hopefully we draw another planes here, so we can keep this train going. Yeah. I mean, worst case scenario, I think going Core Skyfisher bounce a land play Inspector is still pretty good. But I like playing Inspector bouncing it with Core Skyfisher. I like that a lot more. Just the idea of hitting all our land drops and having some way to get back into the late game if we need to. Pick up this. Alright. And I think just having 2 Core Skyfishers here is just nuts. It outclasses all of their flyers. They already hit a Basilisk Gate. Alright. And this is where we're at. This is where we're at. I wonder if they just jammed the Sacred Cat here. No, they don't. They play spells, which is probably correct, to be honest. Okay, let's play the Choco, and we'll play the Inspector. Been very lucky to hit our land drops one after the other here. Attack. And if they're Basilisk Gating next turn, it's not really the end of the world because we have all of our stuff. So the fact now that we're next turn we can go 3, 6, 9, 10. So we're almost got lethal, which is good for us. So I have to respond to our board, and then we also have a Guardian's Pledge potentially. Alright, so they've drawn multiple Squadron Hawks. Alright, and this screams out Prismatic Strands as well. So, what I'm going to do is put the Grange thing on. I'm going to put it on a Core Skyfisher, so then it can get around the Vector if it comes into play next turn. And then we'll attack with everything and see what they do. Because I have a feeling, I'm happy dropping them to 1 here, to be honest. But I smell a Strands big time. We can drop them to 1, that's fine with me. Yeah, they have the Strands. Let's just crack a Clue token. And probably add to the board to some extent. Yeah, we just add to the board. I am going to crack 1 more Clue. Just to see if we can hit... No, we didn't. You know, if we hit a Thraben Charm or something like that. I have a new hatred for Prismatic Strands when it's played against me. It's just too good of a card, honestly. Alright, they are firing that off. But this also means they won't have a white creature. Unless they probably have a Squadron Hawk in their hand. That's okay, I'm happy to take 5. And maybe we can just Thraben Charm the Squadron Hawk and just make them use the last Prismatic Strands. If we draw it, we have to draw it, of course, you know. Heavens forbid, we have to draw it. And then let's crack some clues and see what we get here. Another summon Choco. Well, I'm actually keen just to play that, because then everything will just handle this vector. There's still a lot of damage as well. Everything trades with this vector glider now. Like, see him just, yeah, Prismatic Strands just blocking a Novice Inspector or something. And then really, if they have another Prismatic Strands, then so be it. We just can't deal with that. Yep, we lose an Inspector, fair enough. And then, yeah, next turn we have, yeah, Prismatic Strands Guardian's Pledge. I think on thinking about this more, I probably would cut the Guardian's Pledges because these work so much better against these Prismatic Strand hands. But it's playing the gate, getting in, makes sense. And I mean, we're just going to drop this Guardian's Pledge. We're just going to do it. And pray it's enough. And maybe we'll go to game 3. Maybe. Very unlikely, but maybe. I wonder if they'll play another Squadron Hawk here. They have 2 more in their hands. They've got 2 unknowns. Because we lose this as well, which is annoying. So everything else gets the buff. I think we still Guardian's Pledge next turn. So we lose this one. Journey to Nowhere. Oh, that's even worse for us. So we're on 22. Yeah, that's pretty huge. And then we lose this Choco. Alright, at least we can go a bit defensively now. I might even just crack a clue token and try and hit something good. Fiend's Informant. Let's attack. And I'm keen to keep these around. So at 4, 8. Yeah, 11. That's just blocking there. If I land this turn, sorry. Brawl counter. No, I haven't. Let's just Strands on blue. Just so we keep this Novice Inspector, because I think having these extra creatures actually does matter. And we'll get this Fiend's Informant out. I'm just going to get rid of the planes. I don't want any more planes. We have enough planes. So now if they want to attack, we can Strands. They can play their various thingos. We're definitely using the Strands here. We do not want them to gain any more life. I'm done with them gaining life. Yeah, we'll name White. They don't have much time left either, to be honest. Like, if I'm able to squeak out a game 3, it's going to be huge. Huge. I mean, this screams Prismatic Strands. Let's just attack. And how much is this? 3, 6, 9... 7. So we could still, yeah, let's fire off this Guardian's Pledge. And they got a Thraben Charm. Oh, they have the Strands, okay. But of course. Well, they're playing this kind of game, so we'll go to combat damage. Do I want to play the Screech? I can play the Screech next turn and just Strands. I think we have to Strands next turn. They could counter it though. I'm very sad. I guess we could have played the Battle Screech because then we would have gotten the Anthem effects. off the Choco. Dealing with multiple strands in the top third of their deck is cooking. I mean, I say that and we have strands. Do we want to use that? Maybe we just let it happen. And they can play their Hawks out. Okay, so they didn't have all the Squadron Hawks before. I thought they did. I should have checked the chat log on that. Alright, let's do a Battle Screech and flash it back. Just on the Fiend's Informant. And let's attack 5. Bing bing. We've only got 2 more goes of it with the strand, so I'm just a little bit, I don't know. We'll use the strands, but we really need a Thraben Charm or something just to get that strands out of their graveyard. But this is probably all she wrote. I mean, they probably can't finish me off in 4.5 minutes anyway, and this is a match to get a little bit of credit, so I could see maybe we could get out of this in the long run if we draw a Journey to Nowhere, because if we just get rid of this lifelink, I think we're laughing. We just put it on there. Get in with this. I can't do all of them actually because they have the Basilisk Gate. I need 2 flies at least. I think we just stack with this 1, 2, 2, 4, 6. This just nullifies anyway what they're doing. But I think we could potentially win a long game if we draw a Journey to Nowhere. So we use Prismatic Strands on our turn. We'll do our blocks, use Prismatic Strands. Oh, they put black on the Citadel Gate. That is interesting. Why are they doing black? I haven't seen people be playing Esper Gates really ever. That's interesting. I think if we genuinely draw a Journey to Nowhere for the Sacred Cat, I feel like we can win this game. But we have to draw that. And I'm kind of keen just to keep the strands around. So I might just block with the Inspector. Well, actually, they still have strands in their graveyard. Let's just block. It's just for 6. And then, yeah, I think everything kind of turns around a bit if we draw a Journey to Nowhere. I'm not too worried about the Modern Age. Let's just exile their graveyard. Okay. That's interesting. And then we'll attack with... I mean, let's just attack with this. And then maybe we'll just try and draw a Choco. It's blocking like that anyway. Okay. they're on 15 now. If we draw a Guardian's Pledge, we're in business. They might just be out here anyway. I think we still block this, to be honest. Let's just try and draw a Journey to Nowhere for it, and then we can actually win the game. The reason I'm not doing the strands is because I'm worried about, well, that's an extra problem now. They can double up on creatures. Fiends and forward. I'm just really worried about, oh, no planes. That's not good. Well, let's just put 2 more. It will just take like that. They're slowly just gaining life. I'm worried about the Guardian of the Guild Pact if they have that card, because then if that's why I just blocked that last game, because I feel like that last turn, because if they play that, then they just auto win the game. And now anyway, they can put a gate on 2 different creatures. Looks like that, yeah. So this is like, if they play that the following turn, it'd be extra cooked. Yeah, put 7 on there. You just put this on there. Yeah, I think we just needed to draw the Journey a long time ago. I mean, this is interesting. We just keep all our flyers back. They're on 2 minutes. They can quite easily kill us. And we can just do it with that, really. We've got 3 turns. So we just cast the strands. And then white. So they got a counter spell. Got another strands. White. Won't take 9, but yeah, now we got, I mean, not much left now. Okay, Guardian's Pledge, how much is that? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Don't have any more creatures either to play. And we have a strands that we still need to use. I think we just have to hope and pray. Let's just go attack this, attack this, attack this. And then Guardian's Pledge. Get rid of that, and then we get him for the damage. And then, yeah. What's this? Oh, they got their own prismatic strands. Okay. Okay, that's fine. I mean, we're definitely probably not winning now anyway with the prismatic strands. We'll just finish just a resolution. They definitely have me. They can finish me off in a minute and a half. Especially if they have like a counter spell or something like that. But yeah, this is probably not the best matchup. I'm happy that we defeated one of these anyway. Maybe if we drew like a charm earlier or something, we could have done it. Let me just tap this, see what happens. And white. That was a horrible, painful death. And Lunar Veteran. That does not do what it would suit. GG's opponent. It was very close. Probably not actually. Oh well. Let's do a quick wrap up. Alright, just to wrap up after that one. I feel like we got a little bit unlucky in some of our later rounds that time. I do feel like the Gates deck is a bad matchup anyway, because really they should just destroy creature decks. Surprisingly, this deck did fairly well in that I feel like we had a couple outs in the end there, and we just didn't necessarily get there in the end. But I was quite happy with the performance of this. Yes, it was a 2-3 at the end. But again, like, you know, with the mono red list, we had a couple flooding with the land. So I think it's just the ebbs and flows of White Weenie. Sometimes you draw what you need, sometimes you don't draw what you need. In terms of what I'd probably change in this list, I kind of want a greatsword in the sideboard, even though I didn't really see it too much. I'm also thinking people aren't playing Affinity as much as they used to, and the Relic of Progenitors I'm not a big fan of. Normally, especially when we're going so hard on aggro and stuff, I don't mind just running the Tormod's Crypt, because sometimes I'd rather the Tormod's Crypt. And when we played against Cycle Storm, I wanted Tormod's Crypt over this. The Holy Lights, I'm kind of in the impression that you either want to run 3 or none at all, because you just want something for elves, essentially. And elves are a little bit more quiet, so I can see not running any Holy Lights right now in this meta, so I probably cut those. The Mother of Sands aren't as good because of we're not running Squadron Hawks, so these could be replaced with Lone Missionaries, especially because we got Darvels. Sorry, that Thraven Charm's going a bit crazy here. You got Darvels to like bounce some creatures, so you could run the Dawnbringer Cleric. That could actually work fairly well, because you can attack that to 1/3. It's good blocker, and you can bounce that and get the effects with the Core Skyfisher or the Darvel. So I kind of like that a fair bit. Outside of that, it was a pretty stock standard list. I did like the Chocos against the Gates deck, because it did allow us to essentially provide the pressure over multiple turns rather than just Guardian's Pledge, say Prismatic Strain, and then that's that. And suddenly we have just a bunch of 1/1s that are trying to get through over a couple turns that got lifelink. So I probably would side them out as well against Gates. Like, I think, yes, you can catch them sometime, but they're bringing in Dispels, I find, and then also you just want all your Prismatic Strands anyway. So that's what I probably think about this deck right now. Yeah, a couple sideboard changes, and I wouldn't mind another Greatsword somewhere. But all in all, I think it's still a great deck. I think just getting a little bit unlucky here and there, which is fine. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.